So Steve Foxe is the one who's writing this book. He wrote that X-Men. Started off great, ended like a wet fart. But I'm not going to blame the man because that was under extenuating circumstances. Now, he has all the time in the world, some great characters. This book in particular starts off great, ends with a bang. Steve, please don't let this 4th issue end like a wet fart. My name is Dorian. This is SCM Comics. We are starting our coverage of From the Ashes with Heir of Apocalypse, #1. So the story starts off in Aswan, Egypt, where you have all these tourists in front of this tomb. This guy is asking this woman to take a picture of him and his wife with his phone. He's starting to get pissed because she's not taking a picture, and then he's like, well, if you didn't want to take a picture, you should have said something. But then he turns around and all of a sudden the monument starts to expand. Then you have Apocalypse, and he's like, centuries ago I used this to test Earth's warriors. How Earth has gotten soft without the hand of Apocalypse. So now we cut to Mirage and Rictor. Mirage is like, are we on Earth or are we on Arakko? For those who don't know, that's Mars. And Rictor's like, nah, we're definitely on Earth. I can sense it. If I could describe Rictor's powers, if you guys watch Avatar, he would be an earthbender. He can pretty much control Earth, which they're going to need because they fall into a hole and run into some quicksand. Some very, very fast moving quicksand. So Danny, that's Mirage, is like, all right, Rictor, anytime you want to get us out of here. And he's just kind of sitting there. It's getting up to her neck. And she's like, dude, we're about to die. And then we cut to a flashback where we see Rictor. He was training. He was supposed to be one of the elements that Apocalypse used in X-Men Red #17. But unfortunately, he wasn't there. And he had to go a different route. Vulcan. But don't worry, the playlist will be in the description. So then we cut to the present and we see Rictor doing the same meditation stance, and he gets him out of the quicksand. So the Danny's talking to Rictor, and she's like, you're different, because they were on either X-Force or X-Factor together way back in the day. Not sure which one, but it was one of them. And the Rictor's like, don't take this the wrong way, Danny. I love you, but this is not your destiny. This is my destiny. And Danny's like, we'll see about that. So now we cut to Gorgon and Penance, or Monet. The last time I saw Gorgon, it was Ten of Swords, which is before the channel was even around. So I don't have a playlist to refer back to with him. Now Monet, she was in Uncanny X-Men, and I definitely have a playlist for that one. It'll be in the description. And Monet is like, you're a hell of a lot different than you were the last time I saw you. Again, she's talking about Ten of Swords. Pretty much, he was in Ten of Swords. He died. They brought him back, and he was not himself. He was scared of, like she said, she was scared of a breeze. Well, he died again. He went to the waiting room, which the Scarlet Witch Wanda created, and it got him back to his pure self. So now he's back to being Gorgon. So on the next page, we see it's our beloved Sinister. This man got more lives than the cat. And he has some device. He's trying to get it to work. And at the last second, it works. And he vaporizes this like T-Rex skeleton monster. So then he goes, wow, I didn't know that this thing will work on anything that didn't have an X gene. Good to know. And we see Apocalypse is keeping an open mind because him and Mr. Sinister have beef. And on the next page, we see the person that probably has the most beef with Apocalypse, and that's Cable. Apocalypse is the reason why Cable has a techno-organic virus in him. He is the reason why he only used half of his mental ability, because the other half has to keep that at bay. The Cable would be so much stronger if he didn't have to do that. Like if you look at Strife, who is a clone of Cable, Strife is stupidly powerful, and that's why he doesn't have to deal with the techno-organic virus. Or like X-Man from the Heir of Apocalypse, whew, man, it's like Jesus. So he's with Armageddon Girl, and he's trying to help her out, and she's just like, I don't need your help. I went to war with Gaia, the spirit of the earth. And so Cable's like, all right, well, no problem. I'll let the next mummy just kill you then. And on the next page, we see another person that has major beef with Apocalypse, and that's Exodus. And that's not like old beef. This is like recent beef, because in X-Men 35, Apocalypse put his hands all over Exodus, and it was brutal. Yes, the link will be in the description for that one. So all these spears are coming at Exodus. He just kind of brushes them off because he said, this is beneath me, as I expected, because this is Exodus. He is a beast when he's not getting his ass whooped by Apocalypse. So now we cut to Wolverine, X-23, Forge, Cypher, and Emma Frost. And Emma is in her diamond form, And X-23 is like, why are you in a diamond form? We could probably be moving through this a little bit easier if you was out your diamond form. You can use a telepathy. And on the very next page, these poison tipped darts come and hit Emma, and Emma just looks at her like, that's why. So then we do a flashback and we see Apocalypse walked up to Sync, Magic, and X-23. Sync is like, nah, I'm good. I don't want nothing like that. Magic's like, I just vacated one throne. I don't want another one. But the X-23 is like, I'm in. So we cut back to the present time. You have Cypher. He feels like he's starting to learn the language of the maze, but then he steps on something. It's about to fall. X-23 saves him. And X-23 is like, why are you here? And then Cypher's like, I'm not gonna lie, I was just as surprised that Apocalypse invited me as you are. So then we do another flashback to Arakko, and you have Archangel and you have Sunfire. I still want to know what the hell happened to Red Group. Now, both of these guys used to be heralds of Apocalypse. That's exactly what Apocalypse calls them, heralds. As they turn around and they see him, and then Apocalypse pretty much explains how he's pretty much going to be ruling Arakko, and he can't be in two places at once, so he needs somebody to take over for him on Earth. So once Archangel hears this, he loses it and transforms into Archangel with, the metal wings and the blue skin. Yeah, just loses it. So Sunfire just pretty much turns him down. It's like, nah, we were going down this path, but now I'm going down a different path. But Archangel, he doesn't just turn him down. He's like, I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you turn another mutant into what you are. So 9 times out of 10, we're probably gonna be seeing him again in this series. So then we cut back to Earth and our beloved Sinister. He feels like he's made it to the center of the tomb first, but then all of a sudden there's a sword to his neck. He moves out the way with his fingers like, do you mind? And we see is Gorgon and Monet. So then on the next page, we see that everybody's pretty much gotten there around the same time. So Emma's talking to Cable, and she's like, I am surprised you are here. Because trust me, it is well documented. Cable and Apocalypse, they do not like each other whatsoever. So the Cable's like, you think I was gonna let him make a move this big and not have a say in it? I don't think so. So then Cypher's talking to Armageddon Girl. He's like, me and Krakoa thought you had so much potential to bring so much peace to the planet. Armageddon Girl, they on it because, her name is Armageddon Girl. Again, that happened before the channel was in existence. So then we see Exodus and Sinister. Woo! Immortal X-Men playlist will be in the description because these two hate each other. Or Exodus hates Sinister. I don't know how much Sinister hates Exodus, but Exodus definitely hates Sinister. So Exodus is like, I might as well go ahead and kill you now. And Sinister, he's a little different now. He's like, dude, you can't kill me. Not any meaningful way. Because Sinister has clone after clone after clone. So yeah, he'll just be back. Forge is trying to break him up. And all of a sudden all you hear is silence. Because it's Apocalypse. And everybody shuts up. Because if you go back to X-Men 35, which will be in the description, Apocalypse hands, it's rated E for everyone. So Apocalypse starts to explain how somebody is going to take over for him. He also explains how, they kind of like teamed up and did this and did that, but make no mistake, there's only going to be one person that is going to take over. One. So he's still explaining. All of a sudden he gets cut off. There's like an explosion that happens, but it happens outside of the tomb. So now there's a big gaping hole in the tomb. They see the bridge to the next town. It's on fire. They're like, we should go do something. Sinister tries to sneak away and Cable's like, where do you think you're going, homeboy? Sinister is the one who created the clone of Jean Grey, who is Madeline Pryor, who is Cable's mom. There are so many plot lines in this, it is not funny. Good job, Steve. Good job. So they're like, we should all go together to do something. And then X is like, fine, no problem. We'll all go together. And he uses his powers and everybody goes. And Sinister's like, damn it. So as they leave, Apocalypse machine starts to work again. And he goes, an unexpected guess. But should be a good test for him. And we see it is Genocide. So we're covering Legion Quest and we're almost finished with it. Legion Quest leads into the Age of Apocalypse. That's where Genocide comes from. He's the son of Apocalypse. Well, at least he's a son of the Apocalypse that was in the Age of Apocalypse. But he is a beast. And him and Exodus, they got all kinds of beef. Like I said, it started off good and ends with a bang.